Welcome to another episode of the Freedom Tour podcast. To my left is the mastermind himself. Give it up for Big Kenny!
Throw up those quads.
To my right, that's the red boot wearing, big collar flaring, Rocky G.
Business is about to pick up.
Honka.
And I'm the Dub Man, and you about to ride on the Freedom Tour.
Donald Dumps.
The man of God.
The man of God.
It's okay if you put your mouth on it.
Oh, I got myself into.
We already starting off hot.
Already starting off after dark. What up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
How has your week been?
It's been.
Wow, you paused, Rocky. Yeah. I mean,
I was thinking about it. I was trying to remember what happened this week.
I got to tell you, man. I mean, my week was awful. But just
is
because
that why
it
you're
was just,
sassy tonight?
No. Here it is. This is what I'm saying, though. My week wasn't that great. Whew. It was overload all week. My calendar is just ... everything going on. I haven't tried to organize everything. But, man, I was so excited to know I was coming in here tonight. I was super excited.
Is that why you're in here barking orders and losing?
Yeah,
your mind?
no, I was losing. You know what?
That's a payback for Brother Man not coming to Opry's.
Hold on a minute. I was busy selling HVAC. It's hot. It's my season. It's my time. Y'all know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make that money for winter.
Now, I'm going to say they did not have
cheese sticks.
But
they had a queso.
They had a really good queso, and I had some chicken tenders and fries, and it was banging.
Well, man, I was having back spasms this morning, but you know what? I feel better now. Donnie called me this morning. He prayed over me, man. I just felt the power of God come through the phone. I said, you know what?
If I was a real friend, I'd have brought you some chicken tenders.
You sure would, but you did not. But anyways,
well, if I was a real friend, I would have walked out of the office and done the same. But, I didn't call and pray for you. But I prayed for you where I was sitting.
That's good enough.
That's fine. That's good enough, man.
I did that Pentecostal prayer. Reach your hand.
Woo! That's it.
Pray for him.
Lord, in the name of Jesus, just touch them, Lord. Touch them right there where they sit. Oh, my goodness, touch them.
Ernest Angeli.
Yeah.
Well, guys, woo! Y'all are hot tonight. Guys,
we have great shirts.
Hey, listen. Harley didn't get the memo. By the way, got to introduce one of my best friends, longtime friends, the man himself, Harley Timbs, Big B, Killuh B, powerlifting guru, state champion. Bodybuilder. I mean, he was going through his resume. I don't even know what all them letters were, man.
We got to get that stream deck running again.
We got to get the stream deck going.
I want to get
welcome to the show. He's driving his old truck driver. Hey, I appreciate it, Ken. Thanks, guys, for having me on.
Yes, sir.
You ain't your normal looking truck driver, brother.
Well, try to get that Bull Harley look over the top.
Well,
we just tried that earlier.
Yeah.
We just tried that earlier. I hear that there is a video of that.
We will post later some pics of Rocky and Harley tying them up. But you said Bull Harley. Here's what hit my mind when I saw you tonight. How many times have you been called this guy?
A few times, yeah.
I hate those glasses.
Those are the worst sunglasses I've ever seen.
They're so expensive, though. God, they're expensive.
I mean, Harley,
are those Oakleys?
Are they Oakleys?
It looks like an Oakley emblem on the
side.
They're
Oakleys. They're just that particular one. I think is full titanium and all that. It's just ridiculous. Like
what's it called?
Really
Is it Beetle Bug?
I don't know.
It looks like something from what is that? Book of Eli?
Look like a
That's what it is. Yeah,
Book of Eli.
it does.
Book of Eli.
That's
what it looks like.
Yeah. Beetle Bug over there. I can skate him.
What do you think, Harley? Have you been called Goldberg a few times?
Man, I wish I had $1 for every time I heard that.
Have you ever got a free meal out of it?
KFC.
KFC,
yes, sir.
Are you serious?
No, but I've signed a few autographs.
There you go. I bet. Yeah.
Have you signed some autographs?
I have.
Has Bill Goldberg?
Yeah. That's awesome.
As Bill Goldberg?
Mongolian Stomper.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, nobody knows him.
So any women just fall flat over you, just like, hey, Goldberg. No, they don't like Goldberg. So
I didn't know who this cat was. I've heard his name. I'm old school wrestling. I've heard his name, but I've heard, so many people call me Goldberg. So I had to pull this cat up and see what he looks like. And okay, I can roll with this.
It definitely is not an insult.
He's a handsome devil.
Yeah, it ain't no insult. But Harley,
can you take him?
But okay, if Harley Timbs and this man meets in an alley at 3:00 in the morning, Printer's Alley, y'all meet head to head. One of y'all got to move to get to the other side. Who's moving?
He looks pretty mad. Probably me. Yeah.
It depends if there's some KFC on
He
the
got
line.
more abs than I do.
Hey, listen. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Harley Timbs is selling himself short,
Yeah.
fellas. Hold on. Look, Harley, hold on now. Here's Harley Timbs.
There you go.
That's Photoshop, man.
That is not Photoshop.
That is AI.
Harley, when
Yeah.
was this picture taken?
That was the last show I done back in 2018.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, is that when you won the last Mr. Tennessee?
Well, no, that right there, I was actually, I won the Masters. That's 40 and up. And I won the overall Masters, and I was runner up to the open class. The guy that went on to win it, Evan, he was great, a young guy, and he looked good.
Did he deserve it?
He was tough, yeah.
He
Yeah.
deserved it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did. Yeah.
I got you. Well, I mean, we got to ask those questions if he
Oh,
deserved
yeah,
it or not.
yeah.
Next thing, let me ask you this question then, Harley. We see the shred look here. We see the shred look. Now, this is my youngest son, Caleb. This is my youngest son, Caleb, Rudy. And
Yeah.
this is Bobby
Bobby
Betts and
Betts.
Mr. Timbs himself. We was in
Yeah.
what? Russellville, Arkansas?
Russellville, Arkansas.
Don't
yeah.
y'all make fun of Arkansas people
Yeah.
today. Harley's on the show.
Yeah.
That's where he's
Well,
from now.
I won't be the one to do it.
Yeah.
Arkansas makes fun of itself.
That's true.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, Harley, what's it take to go from bulked up like this to shredded like this?
Kenny, that right there, I think I was about 310 pounds, and I dieted. Usually when I start my diet for a bodybuilding show, it usually consists of 16 weeks. And once I start my diet, it's just cardio and, we go on vacation. I carry all my food with it. It's really, but that right there, that diet there was probably close to 60 pounds in 16 weeks.
Wow.
Vein of sausages and pork and beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you
I
had?
gave $100 for a can of pork and beans, believe me.
And what's crazy is, because like I said, I've known Harley for a long time, and how me and Harley met was this. I'd gotten real convicted about my weight. I need to do that again. And but I reached out to Harley and I said, Harley, here's why, man. I see this guy on Facebook. I'm like, this is everybody's All-American. I mean, this is the ghost. This is Dennis Quaid, man. And I'm like, I reached out to this guy. I'm like, hey, man, I want you to train me. I will pay you to train me. I think he thought it was funny at first, to be honest with you. Yeah, he didn't think it was funny.
No, not so much funny. I've heard it 100 times.
Yeah, so we connect. We connect. And
He was body shaming you.
It was a very, very, very small fee for his expertise. And he's like, hey, you meet me over at the gym at 3:30 in the morning. I thought, 3:30? I don't do nothing but drink coffee and eat biscuits at 3:30. So anyways, the first day of the gym, I go over and I meet Harley. We're going through our set. Man, he's working me hard. I had to throw up, okay? I mean, I literally had to throw up. I went to the bathroom. I throw up. Man, I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling ill. I come back in. He says, you good? I said, man, I don't know. I threw up. I ain't feeling right. He said, you ain't throwing up now, are you? I said, no. He said, well, let's finish this set then. And I'm like, oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Harley,
He hung in there, though. Kenny, you lost, what, about 70 pounds?
I had lost
Yeah.
about 70
Yeah.
pounds in it. Went on to lose about 126.
How much muscle did you gain?
Quite a bit.
He was
quite a bit.
great.
Quite a
He did
bit.
great.
I
Let's
got-
pop up your picture from your muscles.
I don't have none of that. But anyways, I got obsessed with it. with it. And then he was having to tell me to stop going to the gym so much because I was trying to go 2 times a day and not eating enough. And, Denise and Harley would give me a diet plan. But Denise said, Kenny, you're doing your plan anyways. You ain't listening to nobody.
He was doing the diet, and as he was, and he looked great. He was losing weight, but so many people think that you cut your food out, you're going to lose weight, but you've got to when you're dieting, you've got to take the food intake. If not, you're going to start burning muscle. But
Right.
I mean, Kenny, when he started, it's full throttle, son. It was he had the mask. You got that one?
I
remember
will
that.
find that, man.
I saw that
gas,
one.
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
that one, yeah.
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
Ask
That
Matty,
was
I'm
on
still-
Facebook. I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
be
yeah.
on there for a little bit.
I looked over on the treadmill like 4 in the morning. Like, what in the world?
I did scare one old lady in the gym one day. It's the first time I ever scared anybody. But, Harley.
What did you do? The peck pop of love?
No, man, I was just running with the mask on, the high altitude mask, and she thought I was, what was it, Bane off of Batman or something.
Yeah.
And anyways, it wasn't too good. But like I said, I watched Harley. I thought, man, this dude is just awesome. And then, I look at this and I'm like, man, this guy right here, he's got all the good sayings. He's got all the good equipment, And we go to a meet, and Harley, how much weight is on this bar?
Kenny, I think it's probably around 800, maybe.
800 pounds. That is not normal.
805 is what that was.
Oh, got to give him his
That's
five.
the first time I hit over 800, first meet.
Yeah. So Now, you won Mr. Tennessee twice in bodybuilding. How many world records do you have, Harley? We were talking a little bit about that in powerlifting.
Well, the one is my favorite one that meant a lot to me. I'd lost 40 pounds, get down below 242 weight class. You've got several weight classes. And I weighed in at 238 and hit an 837 bench. And that's
not shabby.
That was
No.
But the most I've ever done was
I had 836 once.
870, weighing 275.
Yeah. Yeah. And guys, this is what they call an equipped bench, right?
Yeah,
Or it's got
bench
this
shirt.
the bench shirt. And I think in Russellville, didn't you almost hit 900 pounds? Wasn't that the mark you were shooting for?
That was the only goal, man. I was 900 was right there, and I actually got it in one of my meets, but I wasn't completely locked out. So
didn't count.
I mean, they'll eat you up on social media if you get it and it don't. They'll eat you up. So I thought, well, I'll hit it another. But
I used to be proud of myself for benching 355 when I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
you're right, man. You're right there with my wife.
Wow.
No, listen,
I'm strong as a woman.
No joke, Harley. No joke. Harley's telling the truth. Like,
Yeah.
Denise made me feel bad because I already felt bad enough because when me and Harley would lift, I spent most of my time just unloading his plates and loading them back. So, like, one morning we're in the gym.
That's a lift in itself, though.
Yeah.
One morning we're in the gym, and Harley, you tell me what the exercise is. I don't remember the name, but you're seated, and you grab the bars, and you're pulling it towards you, okay? I got, like, 2 plates on there. Denise, like, you almost done with that set? I was like, yeah. She walks over, she puts an extra plate on. I'm like, holy cow. I mean.
See, you thought you was hyping yourself all up. You just evening out with his wife.
What was her total?
I said I thought I was proud. Look, I was 17 years old. I weighed 255 pounds. I bench pressed 355 pounds. I was proud of myself until he said that. Now I'm no stronger than a woman.
No.
Speaking of Miss Denise, there she is, Miss Denise. I love you, by the way. So what was her max
Good
bench,
grief.
Harley?
The most she's hit, I believe with the North Carolina, her last meet she'd hit her 350 pounds.
That's crazy.
Woo! Miss Denise is something else. Hey, man, one of the best people you're ever going to meet in your life. Love her to death. Harley, speaking of loves of your life, I got to bring this up.
Oh, no.
Now, who is this, Harley?
Oh, that's old Slender Dog. That's my buddy right there.
That's his ferocious
Yeah.
protector. Look at the look on that dog's face, though.
Yeah.
That dog said, "Bring it."
That dog looks like he would die. That dog will die for you, Harley.
Say, that dog nearly did die. She was in the tornado when we got hit with the tornado.
Yeah.
And she was 6, 7 weeks old, and we had her in the living room. I'd get up so early in the morning, so I would cover her up in a blanket, keep her from whining when we get up. Anyways, but when we got hit by that tornado, we had no idea. I worked for Metro in Nashville, so we was on call. But anyways, when it hit, man, when our feet hit floors, the windows was blowing out, and our house was coming apart. My wife was trying to get in the living room to get her, and as she walked in the living, when I pulled her back, the ceilings and the roof or the rafters just blow through. And I grabbed her and pulled her back, and we dove in the utility room. And just keep from seeing what's fixing to hit us. And, man, we hunkered down and, prayed and everything. And, paint's coming down, 2x4s, and the walls was swelling. It's just like evil. I mean, I've never, it's just hard.
And was that here in Lebanon?
Here in Lebanon.
Yeah.
What year was that?
It was 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
The one that hit right before COVID broke loose.
Yeah. And a testament to Harley and who he is and who Miss Denise is. I pull up over there. I've never seen so many people at one house trying to help somebody. Harley's a good dude, man. I know he's a big guy, and we like to pick at each other and stuff, but his heart's bigger than his muscles is. And man, that day I seen people show up and show out to help them.
It was amazing.
Yeah. I know that's pretty serious, but Harley, I got something funny for you here. Now, I found this online. Now, is this your sister?
Yeah.
What do we call her? What do we call her?
Goaler stomp it.
What's she bench?
That's Jeff Ring. Well, she never quit smoking. There's no telling what she could do.
I found it. I said, I got to bring this up. This is Harlot right here. This is Harlot.
That's
what
my
I'm
Bob
saying?
Seger days, man. I was trying to pull a Bob Seger.
By the way, Harley didn't get the memo tonight. We're all in gray. He come in with his Bob Seger.
Shout out to Bob Seger's
looking way
fan club.
cooler.
They're avid listeners.
Look at the
Bob Seger.
avid listeners. Now,
Okay.
Now, Harley, let me ask you a question. Are you avid listeners of this show?
I am now.
Do you?
I feel like when I come here, man, I just got through an hour. You know, I can walk out on stage with a couple thousand people, you know, powerlifting, bodybuilding. I can do TikTok videos, but this is the first time I've ever done anything else.
Well, would you be more comfortable? You didn't have a shirt on.
Well,
Yeah, you want
No,
that?
leave it on. For all you ladies out there.
This shirt, it ain't gonna look nothing like that. I'm telling you.
I'll tell you this. It's an honor for us to have you on the show.
I appreciate it, Ken.
And, you know, Harley, like I said, man, has done about anything and everything when it comes to powerlifting or bodybuilding. But I like how he gives back to people. Like I said, he took my youngest son under his wing, man, and helped him. Caleb actually broke probably not still standing, but he had an Arkansas record.
Caleb was awesome.
I think he weighed about 135 at the time and benched, 205, something like that, 135. So pretty good bench. But Harley's a competitor. And I want to move kind of off the weightlifting for a minute. Harley's a competitor. When he stopped competing, lifting weights and bodybuilding, Harley become Mr. Outdoorsman.
Uh-oh.
Now, Harley,
Bill Dance Jr.
how big,
That's a big old cat.
How big is that fish?
I'm not sure that the biggest I've caught is 52 pounds, but I just
Is that the 52 pounder?
It's a hairless cat.
no, it's my 40. He's about 40 something pounds. But I've got fishing with a buddy of mine, and he lives over in northeast Arkansas, so we go over in Mississippi River, and he fishes. Jason just fishes for the 100-pound. He's looking for that next big fish, and I've never fished the way this guy. I mean, it's just
Harley.
boggling.
Anything Harley does though, he's the best at.
Well, he was telling us before we got started exactly how many records he was holding.
Yeah,
And
it's unbelievable.
what is that number again?
I hold a problem. Say it's been so long, man, since if I hold them anymore. But at one time, I had probably about 15.
And
world records?
15 state records and 3 world records.
Insane.
World records.
Now that's different federations.
Yeah.
Used to you had 5 or 6 federations, but now there's so many out there, and man, these kids nowadays
they're freaks. Yeah.
You know, when I was in high school, we had a big line that averaged 225, and what's that? A 5th grade?
Yeah,
6th grade team now.
Yeah. Pop Warner.
Yeah.
Well, my senior
Yeah.
year of high school, 1996, football season, I graduated in 97. It was the first time Lebanon High School had an offensive line that averaged 250 pounds plus for the whole line.
Yeah, man.
And they thought that was a big deal in the mid-90s.
The kids now are just huge.
Oh, they are.
They're huge.
They are.
They're huge. Harley, though, not only is he a fisherman, this dude is an outdoorsman, okay? He has killed some of the biggest bucks that I've ever seen.
He did it barehanded,
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah. And,
Barehanded.
Well, I don't know about the barehanded part, but
No.
I'll tell you funny about Harley now. We were out riding one day side by sides. And
Where?
we were riding side by side. We were riding
side
side
by
by
side.
side. We was riding
Kenny
side by
D just
side.
got him a brand new side.
I got me a brand new side by side, and Harley said, "Let's go down to Spring Creek." And we went down to riding Spring Creek, and we went across into a field. You know, we're riding this field, and I said, "Harley, are we supposed to be here?" He said, "Look, if somebody stops us, just tell them, ain't this Tim Edwards' place?" So I was pretty sure we were not supposed to be there. But so we get out in the creek. He's like, "Let's go out in the creek in this side by side." And so I'm thinking, man, let's go. We get going down. I says, this about right on the depth. All of a sudden, he said, "I don't get
Man,
much
that
deeper
water
than
was
this."
rolling,
It was
too.
rolling.
It was cold.
Dude, we hit a hole in that water.
It rolled
It
up
rolled over the hood. And I'm thinking, I just paid $10,000 for this thing.
That was just accessories,
That
man.
was
We
just
know about
accessories. And I said, what do I do? I thought I was about to lose. He said, don't let off the gas.
Hammer down.
Man, I've got when we went to get a 4-wheeler. We was gonna go get a 4-wheeler, and son Kenny left out there. He had a 4-wheeler, big tires, but he comes up the house, and I'm like, "What's that?" And it's cold. You know, it's cold.
Yeah.
I'm what's that noise? Well, he had these big speakers on. Listening to Luke Bryan.
Look,
I gotta say,
man.
People don't know that the reason they call him Big Kenny is because he goes big in everything that he does.
Kenny's full throttle Kenny, buddy.
I tried to. Harley, is this your biggest deer that you've killed?
No, that's not my biggest one.
That's not my biggest.
That's average.
Yeah.
That's
But I
28
look
point.
better
I
in
got
that
32
picture.
one
But
time.
I look good that day. I look good, so we kept the picture.
Yeah, I'm not putting the biggest one because that's my wife's. I'm not putting.
Hey, tell them about that deer Miss Denise killed.
Oh, she killed a monster. Yeah.
When I say monster,
Yeah.
monster.
Is a prehistoric elk.
Yeah.
You hunt local?
She's
or
a
is
better
it-
hunter than I am. Man, she's patient. she's a, and I kill a deer. She wants, well, what'd you kill that for? I should let him grow. It'd be a bigger one next year.
Oh my geez.
Or I'll shoot. Did you shoot that 6-point come through there? Yeah, I did.
If you'd wait till next year.
Yeah.
Do you usually
you
hunt
wait till
local or
next
you
year.
Oh, he
travel?
was taunting me.
Yeah.
Do you usually hunt local or you travel?
I'm fortunate enough. I've got some good friends that's got some land, and a lot of my big deer is actually killed in city limits. Bow
That's cool.
hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of your biggest deer.
You get on
right
Hartsville
there.
Pike, you can get you several.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a car.
Pickets.
Yeah.
That's quick, boy. You just mow down a road.
Yeah.
Oh, those
man.
jokers.
I hit one here on Palmer over the.
No, it actually
a couple
hit
months
him.
ago.
Yeah.
It hit me really. I stepped right out.
That's
front
where
of it.
that one come from. Oh,
Yeah.
Palmer. Yeah.
Yeah, Palmer's got some big old deer.
He said that it might have been his cousin because Donnie said that deer
Yeah.
hit him and then just looked at him like,
Yeah.
$6,000 worth of damage. He just looked at me like I was just doing whatever.
and strutted
Wow.
off.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so what?
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a good
Harley,
jerk.
we have covered your records. We've seen you fish. We've
Yeah.
seen you deer. Now, these fellas have got some real serious life-altering questions for you,
Life
man.
altering.
Yeah, life-altering.
Roll the TikTok cutter because we're going to be putting this stuff
Roll
everywhere.
it, baby.
All right. Go ahead, hit that first one.
Okay. So there are no qualifiers when we ask you these questions. There's no, span of time or place that's going to restrict you. There's no money restrictions. It's whatever.
Yeah.
So if you weren't doing what you're doing right now, and you could do anything in the world, what would you be doing?
Money, no object.
Probably fishing.
Just fishing?
Fishing. I love fishing. And I
Would you have your own TV show?
Oh,
A fishing show?
yeah. If you guys gonna direct it,
What would it be called?
Big B Fishing Guide.
Who'd win the fight? You or Bill Dance?
Oh man, Bill's been through a lot of tragic stuff. I don't know. Bill's went down and he's hogged fish and grab them, and
noodling,
I
even
couldn't do
noodling.
that.
Yeah.
Man.
Bill
I've
Dan-
always wanted to, but I don't know. If
I
could.
wanted
guess
to, but
yeah.
I've seen little girls on TikTok that not as big as a minute and go down there and bring.
Yeah, they do.
flathead.
I've
Yeah.
seen that one girl
Yeah.
does it all the
Yeah.
time on there.
Yeah.
She's crazy, man. Big old fish.
Do you do that, Harley?
I'm not doing that.
I just don't know what's in there. Catfish don't bother me much.
I've
as
seen
everything else.
turtles heads big as
Yeah.
my fist,
Yeah.
and I'm.
And they don't.
I'd be
Those
that
turtles don't give you no
And
mercy.
they
I'd
don't
be that
let go.
first one come out with a nub. I'd be on here and say, "Look, I need a prosthetic. Get out here."
A turtle be wearing his
Yeah.
fist around his neck,
Yeah.
swimming around the lake.
Yeah,
So you say you'd be fishing?
I'll be like Chubbs on Happy Gilmore.
That's coming out soon. We got to watch
Hey,
two.
we got to do
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, we got to watch
Yeah.
that.
All right. Let's see. What we get there? I'm gonna do the serious one and let him do the other funny one. But if you met your 15-year-old self, you can go back in time, talk to your 15-year-old self, sit with him, serious, and what would you tell your 15-year-old self?
Oh man, there's a lot that I could say. I wouldn't know where to start. I mean, it's from where I've come from, where I'm at today, the things that I've done, that's brought me here, leaving Arkansas, and there's so many things I could tell them. I really don't know how to answer that. It's just
Really?
yeah.
That's good. I mean,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a win when he left Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
the win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You come to Tennessee,
Well,
left Arkansas.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a win.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's a win. It's a win. It's
But I mean, I can see in your eyes though. It's one of those questions when you ask, everybody comes on here. Some people just
Yeah.
go back at silly, and sometimes it hits a little bit more, and you
Yeah.
realize
Yeah.
the depth of the question.
Right.
your buddy,
No problem at all. No.
your buddy Kenny. He had the most classic answer. Season 1.
With the preacher on with us.
That's
I
what he
remember
tell
that.
his 15-year-old self.
I had to
I
change
told
the
him.
radio.
I told him told myself to hide my Playboy better. My mom about beat the fool out of me.
But no, I do appreciate that because really that is a heavy.
It is.
It's a heavy
if you
question.
could really sit
Yeah.
down with your 50, because you're where you're at now because of all the decisions
Yeah.
you made,
Yeah.
good and bad.
Well,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you told your 15-year-old self one thing, what could it really make it change your entire life?
Yeah.
Well,
for,
to
for
me,
the better or worse.
when you're growing up, I'm older now and I've got kids, but you don't listen to your parents. They know best for you, and they try to talk to you, but you're not going to listen until you make your own mistakes.
Yeah.
I feel like 15 is such a pivotal. It's like you're trying to grow into a man, but you're still young. And so many decisions that I made when I was 15 really affected me. Affected me for a while. They didn't seem as deep then when I was making them, but boy, when I was 21, I realized.
Look back on it, man. It's like, wow.
I got you.
All right, Big Kenny, let's put that on the board here and let's see what Harley thinks about our time machine.
Now, this is fine craftsmanship. It's German.
That's pretty sharp.
It's a freedom tour time machine.
Need a fan on the back of it, a fan boat.
I think it's kind of what that is.
That is what that is.
Yeah, it's what
It
Melanie
looks
said.
like a huge doily.
Okay, it's Louisiana. From now on, it's from Louisiana. It's not from Germany.
We're going to have to
anymore.
find a better one, I think. People are hitting us on our time machine. We're going to
No, man,
upgrade.
I would travel the world in that thing.
I would too. I mean, look at the armor. It's pretty bad.
You know that seat right there has got to be legit comfy.
Legit.
Where's the speakers at?
They're there. That's what that is. It's got a sub on the other side.
Yeah,
of it.
it's
You know I can't drive it if I ain't got
Yeah,
speakers.
you got
Harley.
the speakers.
And down
over
there,
Kenny.
below here, there's a tank right there holds a bunch of sweet tea.
Yeah, bunch of
Okay.
sweet tea.
Bunch
yeah.
of sweet tea.
Yeah.
So this is one that we do tell folks. We try to steer away from the super spiritual because I think most of us would want to go see Jesus, would want to see things that we've read about in the Bible, and make a pit stop with Elvis on the way back.
Yeah. There's our Elvis reference.
A weekly reference. There it is. So if you could go, and it's got unlimited sweet tea
And a reverse.
and a reverse button,
Yep.
so you can come back.
Yeah.
So you go back in time. You can't go forward. But if you could take the Freedom Tour time machine and go anywhere, where would you go?
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
So you go to Montana.
I'd probably have to be in the 80s, man, when I was a
80s in Montana.
So when I stayed in ditches and woods, and so Montana, you give me some creeks and some
In the 80s?
Harley with a
Beer
big
ale.
Harley with a big mullet in there in Montana,
I had
some
the
boots and a
mullet,
hat.
man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I could see
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Playing Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Bon
That's
Jovi.
Yeah. Bob Seger.
Bob Seger.
I'm just
No,
glad
I was a
you
little
guys
more ACDC back then.
Did you have a mullet in the 80s, Harley?
Man, I had to have a mullet.
You had to
I
have
live
a
in
mullet.
Arkansas.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where Joe Dirt.
You had your
from,
own
dude.
Razorback
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah. Y'all gonna keep messing with me about my Razorbacks, aren't you?
Harley.
I'm just glad I got
I
his
was
hair done before he
serious.
came on tonight.
Yeah.
What funny story, I asked Harley one day, I said, you ever fought in the Toughman contest? You look at a guy like Harley. I mean,
I'm not a boxer.
not a lot of people going to mess with this guy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I mean, if you put 100 Harleys against one gorilla, I'm probably taking the 100 Harleys. I mean,
1,000%.
I did a tough man one time, and I retired after that. Man, I was at the gym. I was back then. I was benching somewhere in my fives, and that was a lot of weight for us. And guys in the gym, hey, they're having a tough man. It's coming to Jonesboro, Arkansas, and they're giving $1,000 away. Man, that's $1,000.
Yeah,
And so they had me convinced, I could fight.
Yeah.
So we get in the racquetball room and just kind of throw windmills and haymakers, and every now and then one would connect. So we signed me up. Jonesboro Fitness Center signed me. So we go up there and get out there, and we got the gloves and stuff on. The first round, I fought this big old guy, and I don't even know if I looked at him when I could see him when I just swung and hit him, and that was it. I'm like, I'm fixing to win $1,000, man. There's
Knocked
nothing.
this dude out one
So look
swing.
here, it was back, and I was running track, playing football, and I barely got back to the room back there, to the dressing room, and I was having to go back out. I was still catching my breath from that first one. So I go back out, and this guy here, he's like 30 pounds lighter than me. And I'm like, well, this ain't gonna be nothing. This guy's smaller than me. Man, this guy could box. I'd rear back, and I'd rear back. It looked like a swarm of bees that hit me. We got over in the corner, and my stepbrother said, man, you got a duck. Now, we move. I said, man, every time I duck, I get punched. So that was the last one, man. He wore me out.
It's crazy, though. You see somebody like Harley, he's ripped up, man.
Man, we've got no flexibility.
Man, and then you see somebody like Butterbean go in there and just
man.
absolutely
Yeah,
maul
yeah.
people.
Butterbean was a bad man, though.
You've
Butterbean
seen him
was a bad
lately?
man.
You've seen him
He's
lately?
pretty crippled up.
He's pretty crippled up. He's had a rough life. I
Yeah,
saw that
yeah.
Diamond Dallas video of him, and
But bro, I remember when he was just running around, everybody would
was
kind of
mean,
laugh. They're
man.
just
Yeah.
nailing
Yeah.
people.
Back in the
I think
day,
he could take a hit though. That's a big
back
thing.
in the
Yeah.
day, back in the day when I was fighting on the tough man circuit, because I got this wild hair where I was a tough man fighter, and back when I was on the circuit, I did okay, but I got beat a lot. But I mean,
You were there.
I was there, you know, and I'll never forget calling Butterbean out. And it's back when it was like, you know, the internet wasn't the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Back then, wasn't you?
I was drinking a lot. Anyways, I remember calling Butterbean out like on the little chat things on Toughman, blah, blah, blah. Thank God. That man never seen it or never replied because he would have killed me. I would have been famous because there would have been a viral video of me getting knocked out. I'm telling you, dude, that dude swatted, man. He could hit.
He's an animal.
He could hit.
That was a different time period, though, bro.
It was. I mean, you think about, though, like Don Fry. On the UFC. Don Fry is a real tough guy. He's not a fake. I mean, this guy's a tough guy.
That was back before they had, weight limits or anything.
No weight limits, no gloves.
A night.
And you had to fight. That's what I was going to say, 2 or 3. It's UFC in our house.
The first one I remember was that Dan Severn. Remember him?
Oh, yeah, Dan Severn.
His head looked like it was the size of
Dan Severn was a bad man, but like I said, Don Fry is the guy that I really remember as saying, if I wanted to be a man, it'd have to be this guy right here.
Yeah.
This guy is bad. What was that? The Predator.
You
gotta be pretty bad.
Yeah.
You gotta be pretty bad.
Yeah, I remember that. And I was just thinking about that, and somebody that kind of revolutionized that a little bit, and he's made a lot of money in professional wrestling entertainment.
Yeah.
But Brock Lesnar,
Brock Lesnar was a bad dude.
Yeah.
But you think about though, freak athlete though, he went from WWF to
he was actually the world champion
UFC,
NCAA college wrestling champion.
College wrestling. Then he goes to the WWF. Then he goes to the UFC. The guy even played in the NFL just for a little bit. I mean, pretty versatile, pretty good athlete.
His daughter looks really like him.
Have you seen his daughter?
His daughter looks like him slinging a shot put. I'm telling you right now, it's
whoever you are. We challenge you, Brock Lesnar's daughter. Donnie challenges you to a fight.
Get him, Donnie.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen a picture.
I've seen her.
She's a monster. She doesn't even look.
But he's not scared of you, man.
But he ain't scared of you, man.
I'm not even positive in this day and age that she.
I'll be corner man.
She is a she.
I seen a bowl.
We could be Donnie's
I'm
corner
better
man.
tell us about how to fight versus fight.
How about that? We could be his corner man. One can do the little things on his face. And
Can you imagine saying?
I'll be the cut guy.
Can you imagine? Let me just say this. Can you imagine being out somewhere? Now I'm gonna tell you right now. She is, to me, and I'm being nice, she is not attractive at all.
No.
She looks more manly than all of us combined.
Yeah, she's pretty manly.
So, but can you imagine some dude just walking out being like, oh my gosh, she's the most beautiful thing on the planet. And she says,
there's alcohol out there, dude.
Yeah, hey, come pick me up. Come pick me up at my house. Be there at 7. Come pick me up at my house. And you go knock on the door. You got your flowers and everything, and open the door, and her daddy's Brock Lesnar.
You can't be surprised. She looks just like him.
Hold on. First off,
you look just like, I know, I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the picture of Brock Lesnar though, where he's in the Viking looking suit and he's got this big animal hung up in skin? No, sir. He is actually a Viking. I'm pretty sure that dude is a bad man.
He's not just sports entertainment. That dude,
he's bad.
No, he was
bad.
He was when he was running roughshod in UFC before he got those diverticulitis problems.
Yeah, he died from that, didn't he?
He did.
He did. Yeah. He's a bad man. Donnie, you want to talk about our sponsors?
Yes,
real quick?
Yes, sir. We have some amazing sponsors, and I'm being serious. Like, these are people locally that we use, we know, we love, and first off, we've got Blackbeard Barbershop. The absolute, that's who cuts our hair. That's who cuts my wife's hair. We go on the regular. You get yours done. Oh, that's That's I figured you just got that straight razor. Daniel's hitting you with that straight razor.
Razor back.
I mean, being legit, they are the real deal. They say that a lot. They're the absolute real deal. They treat people with respect. Daniel's got an amazing business with you. He's running 13 or 14 barbers now. I mean, he shortly he's expanding and doing some other different things. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want to get a haircut, you need your kids to get a haircut. Like I said, my wife gets her haircut there. That is the place to go. Go in, get started out with a walk-in, and then get you on the schedule and find you somebody you love and keep working with it. That's the place to be. Great atmosphere. 300 North Maple in Lebanon on the second floor of the mill. Beautiful place. Hang out there for a little bit while you're waiting.
Just so y'all know, Ashley does not get the straight razor.
No, she don't get the straight razor.
Who is that guy right there on the very end with the plaid shirt?
Him?
Yeah.
He is the guy that does. I want to say he possibly could be the guy that does their pedicures. They do pedicure places. Therapeutic. I'm being serious. Like he does therapeutic, like for men, and I guess women too. Probably.
He
My
looks
wife-
like he's got soft
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a legit dude. I mean, seriously, he's legit. They got a cool setup there. It's good.
And I'm not making fun. I'm just saying the angle that I have when he puts it up there, his face is looking at me right over the top of your microphone, and it's always like he wants me to say something to him.
He's like, do it. Bring it.
I've thought that before.
But yeah, that's
Did you
place
think
to go. Definitely.
He wants me to say something to him. He's just,
the way he's got his fist balled up, he may want to fight.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the man right there, Daniel. though.
Yeah, Daniel's a good one.
I didn't know who he was because I mean when I look over there, legit, it's like right over
I
the top
think
of Donnie's
that's who
microphone.
that is. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think that's who that
We'll
is.
ask Daniel. He's going to be
We'll
on
ask
soon.
Daniel.
when he comes
Yeah.
on.
What else?
All
Big rig.
Big
Rig, the one and only place in Lebanon to get your custom home needs met. Your wife needs a new something.
What are you touching over
It's
there?
going to cost a lot of money.
Walking through the front door.
Walk through the front door. Look, there's Big Kenny right there
Yeah.
with a Swiss roll. No, I'm just kidding. But,
Jelly roll. Jelly who?
Jelly who? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you got a custom home you want built, you have an addition, something like that. You're gonna spend a lot of money on it. You want it done right the first time. You don't be calling somebody back a couple years with a leak. You don't be calling back a couple years with bad foundational issues and everything out of whack.
Yeah.
You want to call Big Rig, RigginsConstructionTN.com. RigginsConstructionTN.com. The only place you want to do. We want to thank Harley for coming out, the Killuh B out here tonight, for coming out with us, man. It's been awesome getting to meet you. I enjoy you being humble, man. You just seem like a good dude to be around. I said I don't know you as well as Kenny does, but just being around you just seem like good people, and we really enjoy having people like you on.
Appreciate it, guys.
Definitely,
Appreciate
we
y'all
love
having me
brother.
on here.
And there is. We did arm wrestle off of
They
off
did
camera,
arm wrestle.
So,
Yeah.
There'll be pictures.
yeah.
They got a little too close, but
I heard there's a video. I heard there's a video.
Yeah, there might be a video.
I adapted, overcame.
We want to tell you. We want to tell you tonight.
Overwhelmed.
We want to tell you tonight. We have a lot of fun. We all have a lot of fun, and we have a good time. But on a serious note, if you don't know Jesus,
Amen.
you need to seek Him.
That's right.
It doesn't take you any type of crazy contract or anything like that. You turn your heart over, you repent, and you seek Jesus, and that's the best thing that you will ever do for eternity, not just a lifetime, for an eternity.
That's right.
And we love y'all. Let's go ahead and roll on out.
Love y'all.
Love it.
Yep. Thank you for another episode of the Freedom Tour podcast. This is the Dub Man. Check us out week to week on youtube.com/@Freedom Tour Podcast. You can check us out, our shorts on TikTok. You can check us out on Spotify. You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Come clean, check us out, like, follow, share, subscribe to win that $500 cash. $500 cash.
We may be wrong, but we don't think so.
Yep. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
We out it.